I'm just starting out in my hardscaping company. What's the most important piece of equipment that I can buy?
You are, Brittany? Oh boy. What I would probably recommend as far as the machinery go, that's the question, right? Machinery. Yeah. I would probably look at a mini skid steer loader at a bare minimum. If you can afford a larger track skid steer that can pick up a full pallet of pavers, I would lean that direction. Something like a Ditchwitch SK500 if you can afford it, because it will move 2,300 pound skids around, not easily, but it'll do it. But it's still a pretty small, nimble footprint that's easy to get on. I would, for the most part, you know, it's tough because you need a machine ideally that's going to be able to move full pallets around. So it's so tough. It's so based on what you do as your primary mix of business at that time. But still, for the most part, you can't go wrong with a mini skid steer loader, just bar none. And be it Vermeer, Ditchwitch, Bobcat, I don't care. Pick the supplier, pick the dealer that works best with you, that's responsive, that has backup machinery in case yours go down. They're going to take care of you, has good rapport with other people. If they treat you like a human when you walk in the door and they take good care of you and say hi and they're friendly, that's a good sign there's good company culture there, good management. So that's a company you want to buy from. You want to demo a couple machines before you buy. You want to get your hands on a couple different ones. Tell your sales guy that you're looking at that machine and another machine, and you're demoing both of them. And the three things you want to have is a tooth bucket, a smooth edge bucket, and a set of forks. Bare minimum, those three things. And then after that, attachments as fast as you can afford to buy them. Grapples, augers, all that kind of stuff. All the same attachments
you can get for a regular size skid steer come.
Yeah, and good point, Miss Britt. And yeah, so all the big attachments you can get with a full-size skid steer, doesn't matter what it is, from a snowblower, concrete mixer, whatever, you can get made in miniature size for your mini skid steer loaders. And even on some of them, you can get adapter plates that'll work up to the big ones, so you can kind of get a 2-for-1 kind of deal. So. And
if I can't get finance for a brand new machine, is it okay to buy used?
Of course, it's okay to buy used. And if you can't get finance to buy a new machine, or you don't have cash to buy a new machine because you want to do cash only, which is fine. And there's pros and cons to both. You can't go wrong buying cash and having no debt. No debt's ideally a way to go, but at the same time, you want to have cash on hand always. So. What we try to do when we buy big machinery that we can't pay cash for, we try to put enough money down on it that gets it into a payment bracket, a payment schedule that we're comfortable with, and that hopefully we can pay on an accelerated schedule and pay off early. That's the idea. But ideally, you want to try to, for most smaller businesses, not necessarily ones that are going to scale huge, you want to get those machines paid down as fast as you can and paid off as fast as you can. But there's a whole other conversation there.
My thought was that if you are going to purchase used, you need to consider like how much maintenance and work that machine could potentially use. Are you handy to do that? Because that comes with repair bills.
Right.
And so you need to weigh out the cost of a used machine versus a new machine.
How mechanically apt are you? And you know, the downtime can cost you too. The downtime can cost you a lot of money. Be it your machine goes down for a week and you got to rent another machine at $1,000. Just always plan on, you know, if our hoe goes down, I know we're going to spend $1,100 that week to rent another mini excavator to cover that thing being broke.
And I'm not advocating,
it just is what it is.
not necessarily, we buy all used machinery first until we started going new because I wasn't comfortable with the debt payments. But we were also mechanically inclined, like someone that we knew could fix it fairly quickly. So just keep that in mind if you are going to buy used, you know, from an equipment yard or whatever.
Yep, good point. Awesome.